Hi guys, here we go. Is it part 14? I think I've put this as. So yeah, part 14. Or I think it might be 15. I'm not sure. I think I may have missed one out somewhere, but we'll see. Just gonna quickly check it's all okay. I'm not sure. I think it's okay. Usual thing, guys. If you can, let me know in the comments that you can hear me. Yeah, because I'm not too sure if we can or not. It looks like it's working, but we'll soon find out. Oh, not that one. That one. All right. Yeah. Hi, guys. So yeah, I wasn't planning on doing a live stream tonight, but basically I kind of finished what I was doing earlier than I thought. So yeah, I'm gonna crack on doing this. Got quite a bit done the other day. Obviously working on like the back sort of thruster engine-y bits. So I was going to do the other side, then possibly do bits that go in the middle. Basically, case of seeing what I've got left over because I've only got a few of these like bigger, thicker panels left. Pardon me. So yeah, I'm going to get the other thruster done, a little bit to the back. I've got quite a lot of sprue goo, so I am going to go on other parts of the aircraft or ship, whatever you want to call it, and do some smoothing out. So so yeah. Again, yeah, guys, just checking you can hear me. I say, according to my little bar, it looks like you can. But when I tried to listen to it, I couldn't hear anything. But again, that's because there's like a 15-second delay between me saying something and you hearing it. So I wasn't too sure if it's come through or not. But. So yeah, I wasn't planning on doing a live stream tonight. I was going to do one obviously tomorrow. I'm still going to do tomorrow's one. I'm not sure I'm going to do tomorrow in the morning or the afternoon or the evening or what. I'm not sure. We'll see. Well, basically, it depends on what I get through tonight. So I've got lots of sprue goo. I've got 2 jars now, this amount. So my plan is to get the back thruster bit done on this side and then go over some bits and try and smooth it out, basically. So a quick look. So yeah, there's probably not going to be many people on because this is like last minute and you're probably doing other things, basically. We've all got lives, kind of. So yeah, Alan's here. Wolfenstone, Matt Tully, Aisha. Good to see you, Aisha. Hope you're well. Yeah, that's kind of it. You can hear me, mate. Lovely. Cheers. Right, I'm just going to crack on then. Because I want to get obviously try and get as much done as I can. Mainly because I say when I do come to put in the sprue goo everywhere, I will be leaving it for a good few days before then giving it a sanding. Yeah, so that bit I did the other day over here, which was lovely and smooth. It's not too bad. It's dry and it's got a little wrinkle in it, but not much. I mean, that would be easy just to quickly sand out by hand. And that's kind of what I'm hoping I can achieve everywhere. As much as I keep saying I'm going to get like one of those hand sanders and give it a going over, if I can get it as smooth as I can with the goo, so I haven't got to do too much sanding, then obviously all the better. But, right, so let's crack on. I have noticed though, I've made a little error here and a bit sticking out a bit too far. So the first thing I was going to do was just run my blade down there and hopefully chop that bit off. So I have got some drink, I have got some food. In regards to how long I'm going to stream for, a couple of hours maybe? Again, usual sort of thing. It all depends on how long the stuff I've got or the materials I've got lasts. But I know this time it won't be me that's stopping the stream because I'm hungry. Because I have got some food now, which is cool. Aisha, you're feeling good. That's good to hear. Awesome. Eating a meat and tatty pie. Nice. Well, I've just had a peanut butter sandwich. Well, peanut butter roll. I've got another peanut butter roll. And I've got, well, I don't know, whatever that is. I've got one of them. Well, I've already eaten 3 of them, so I shouldn't really get hungry. So it's only a little bit, but it's just enough to make that gap that bit too small. So I just wanted to start by just taking that off. And there we go. Cool. So yeah, we'll get this back bit done. So it took a while doing the other one just to get in my head what I was doing. But now I'll just obviously copy that side, and yeah, it should be pretty easy, hopefully, he says. Let me have a map. What's that? You've ordered a Tau Manta cake for your birthday. Cool. Satan's fortune cookie. Yeah, maybe. Right. So. Yeah, so the only problem though with these panels that I make that are thicker, when you first get them, they're obviously lovely and flat, and they're nice. They're good to use. When you glue them down, they're great. They obviously stay in addition. You glue them. They don't move. They don't warp. Unfortunately, the panels on their own, even because I put some books on these, even when you put books on, you take the books off, and it warps straight away. Because obviously, as the acetone's evaporating, all the goo's obviously like shrinking, and that just causes it to sort of pull it on itself. So that's why really what I want to do is when I make these, is use them straight away. It's like the whole of this box frame was made with these, and it's not warped in any way. So once you get these, glue them together, make a nice box frame, and then they stay that shape. But when they're left on their own, they do warp. I mean, they are soft enough that you can still move them back, but they do kind of like creak, crack, and, well, may well snap. But anyway, let's crack on with this. Yeah, same sort of thing as last time. I'm not really doing a lot of measuring, a bit more eyeballing than anything. Just because that seemed to work okay last time. Aisha, I told White Glove Models about you, and as you can see, he has popped in. As it keeps spreading the good word. Hello, White Glove Models. Hope you're okay. Yeah, so White Glove Models, normally when I'm building things, I do measure several times and then cut once. Because of how this is being built and how it's going, it's just easy to put things up, eyeball them, and mark them as I need them. But generally, I am normally more precise than this. But because this whole thing is going to get covered in sprue goo, it doesn't really matter at this stage if there are like little gaps. Well, that's my excuse anyway. Ah, cool. You're going to be doing stuff with sprues as well. Awesome. Again, straight away, running out of room on my desk. The good thing is I haven't got to do any filming this evening because literally I filmed part of that side, I think so. So I don't really need to do any filming on this side. Twanged off. So I hope you're all well. Ninja Ginger, is this going to be Crazy Dave's new vehicle? Yeah. Well, it would be if I left it in this state. Then yeah, it's definitely Crazy Dave's vehicle because he's obviously wrecked it a bit. But no, I'm going to obviously make this nice and smooth. So yeah, Crazy Dave's not allowed anywhere near it. Well, he isn't. But I say I'm going to put this on eBay. If it sells, great. If it doesn't sell, I'm going to do a video filming me throwing it out the window, just to see, well, see how well it survives. And if that is a case, I might stick Crazy Dave on it, but I throw it out the window. Because I think that'd be quite funny. Yeah, Wolfenstone, measure once, cut twice, throw it away, and have another go. Yeah. Well, that's kind of what I was doing the other night, wasn't it? Or the other morning. Cut it, make it fit. If it didn't fit, add a bit more on. But I think the other engine came out, or part of it came out quite well. Obviously, it still needs a bit more doing to it, but it's got the basic shape, which is kind of what I'm sort of going for here. Not long enough. That bit is long enough. Glue on the fingers already. So what are we all up to, and where are we in the world, guys? Because I know when I do the streams in the morning, it seems to be more varied, more all over the world. I know my evening streams, I think it's kind of like 50-50 in the UK and the US. So anyone here not from the UK or the US, just because I say normally most people in the evenings generally are. Again, this is good old eyeballing. Good old eyeballing, and just keep trimming it till it fits. Crazy Dave's wild ride. Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it? Being chucked out of a window. I think even Crazy Dave might have brown pant time. Foxstowe, South Africa. Cool. Because you're probably about the same sort of time as us, then, aren't you, really? It'll only be like about an hour's difference, depending on where you are. Wolfstone, yeah, South Yorkshire, and still painting the Space Marines. You must be getting near now, don't you? I mean, the thing is, though, little by little, you keep doing them, you'll get there eventually. Aisha and her naughty nighty came. She's happy. How naughty is your naughty nighty? Your nickname, is it Wolfenstein? Crazy Dave. Sly Rocks, South Wales, painting a battle wagon. Cool. See, look at that. It's like it was made to measure, this piece. There's just a little bit off the end. There we go. Oh, and a bit off that side as well. Oh. Come on, glue. So the glue shouldn't be too bad because it's not that cold tonight. Oh, glued the wrong bit. Barely started and I've got glue all over my fingers. hold that there for half an hour. A black lace and see-through. Yeah, naughty thing. Ninja Ginger, Hampshire, trying to figure out how to sculpt better with milliput. Practice, isn't it, really, I suppose? Practice makes perfect. Just keep trying and trying. I wonder how near you are to me then, Ninja. Well, unless you're Hampshire, USA, then you're obviously miles away. But if it's Hampshire, UK, then you're not far. Inside actually. Yeah, I need to tally up and work out how many hours I've been working on this so far. Because obviously, I think this is live stream number 14. Well, I think it might be 15. I'm not sure. 14 or 15, and each one's been at least 2 hours, if not 3. And I haven't really done any work to this. I mean, not much. I mean, I did a couple of bits where I made some panels. Yeah, I think pretty much most of this has been done during live streams. So it should be relatively easy to work out. Naughty and nice. Well, I think most things that naughty are nice, aren't they? They kind of go hand in hand. Although, shouldn't you still be taking it easy? Shouldn't be getting naughty things. Oh, glue. Hate it. On the floor, man. Ugh. Right, I'm gonna leave that bit to dry because I keep trying to glue several bits together before they're fully dried. That's why I keep knocking one bit and it just falls off. So we'll give that a second. I'll have a little drink and then we'll glue the other bit on. You're in the UK, yeah. So you can't be too far from me then, Ninja. Obviously, I'm kind of more southern Hampshire, I guess. Yeah, practice on water. Definitely water with milliput. Because otherwise milliput, it just sticks to your fingers, sticks to the tools. And yeah, it's a nightmare. So yeah, water on your fingers, water on your tools. Will make it easier. Nathan Moore, keep stopping by to check out the progress. Can't wait to see more. Love the channel. Cheers, buddy. Yeah, again, I mean, this has taken quite a while to do, which I kind of knew it was going to take a while. That's why I've kind of like done it a bit at a time, rather than just purely working on this. So I'm working on other videos as well. Because I think if I just purely worked on this, I think I'll be like, oh, like that. So doing other things and doing a bit of this is been fun. Because then I can do a bit, go away, do something else, complete that, come back, do a bit more, and so on. But say, it is now a case of doing these back bits. Yeah, doing these back bits, and then it's a case of going over the whole thing with another layer of sprue goo, just making all the nice curves and finishing off any areas, basically. So I say there's quite a, just looking at my pictures, there's quite a few bits that sort of prod out and around here. Shouldn't take too long. I doubt I'll get that all done tonight. So my plan really is to get this bit done, and then if I can get some of that done, I'll get some of that done. But then going over other areas with sprue goo, just to see if I can get it nice and smoother, flatter, more angled, and how it should be. Susan, I missed a few sessions. Yeah, unfortunately that's me obviously doing them in the mornings. I know obviously when I do mornings in the UK, that's kind of like silly o'clock in the States and that, isn't it? But it's, yeah, this is coming on though. So I think tomorrow I haven't got, well, I've got a bit of work I need to get done. But I probably will spend quite a bit of time on this. And what I'm thinking is I'm not going to do a morning stream. It might well be a early or late afternoon stream. Yeah, because I've got no plans tomorrow evening, so Billy no mates. Oh. So yeah, I think I'm going to probably work on this tomorrow evening. In a live stream, obviously. Congrats on 50,000 subs. Yeah, thank you so much. Cheers. Stuart Perry, good evening. Good evening to you. Stefan, it's taking shape. It is. Yes, it's... Yeah. And because I've done quite a bit of the underneath as well. The underneath's got the curves to it. Does need more curves. But yeah, I'm pleased. Pleased with how it's going. So I think it's because I knew that this obviously is a big project and it is going to take a while to do it. So yeah, so it hasn't bothered me that it obviously has taken a while to do it. But yeah, doing it in sort of smaller stages definitely helps though. Right, so for this bit I'm actually going to do a bit of measuring just because again the old symmetry I want it to be the same. So what's that? 5. We'll measure how far it goes down as well, which is it's about 3.1. I'm going to try not to do as much talking as I normally do, guys. Just so I can obviously try and get as much done to this as I normally do, or I want to do. Yeah, because I think sometimes I do chat and I waffle and I kind of don't get a whole lot done. So, less waffle, more working tonight, I think. Susan's got to get the groceries tomorrow evening about this time. See the progress of them. Yeah, say tomorrow I'm not too sure if I'm going to be doing it this time, earlier, or even later, to be honest. Every single one of my fingers then had a bit of glue on. Ridiculous. Yeah, cheers, Stefan. Yeah, everyone hit the like button, just because it obviously it helps. Waffle while I work. Yes, that's the problem. I start waffling, and then obviously I just looking at the camera. I don't seem to be able to waffle and concentrate. Aisha's just going to stop distracting me, but with your nighty see-through lingerie. It's a bit late now. It's in my head. the only problem with this sort of new glue that I'm using now. It's one that Steve sent in. I don't think Steve's on, is he? Yeah, Steve sent me loads of glue. Problem is that it comes out super fast. It's like water, and unfortunately, it does seem to just sort of go onto the piece and then just drips everywhere. So, Steve, I'm blaming you for my sticky fingers at the moment. Right, yeah, so this is going a lot quicker. So, yes, the other time it took me ages to work out what I was doing over there. Whereas, obviously, this time, so much quicker. Oh, come on. You should have stayed there, man. Right, I think what I need to do is not rush it as well. I'm rushing it every time I put a bit of glue on. I'm then rushing the next bit. So let's get this glued on and give it a second. Let's use a bit of the other glue I've got. We'll give that a second, hopefully it won't fall off. I might do that, I'm going to have it in my peanut butter roll. Ah! What's going on with the glue? Why are you not sticking, man? It's only sticking my fingers. Fat Grams, I've got sticky fingers and stealing from GW. How am I stealing from GW? I'm recycling all the plastic that GW charged you for. Alright, come on, stay there this time. A bit more me sandwich. Right, that bit may be staying there now. Fingers crossed. good old bit of eyeballing. Yeah, looks pretty symmetrical, which is cool. So what I might try and do is work out this centre box. So there's a bit, because basically the whole top half of this sort of comes out a bit more. So I might see if I've got enough to do that bit, and then I'll do some sprue goo everywhere. Right, again, I'll leave that for a couple of seconds because for some reason the glue doesn't seem to be gluing all too well this evening. So whatever this is nice as well. Yep, no chance of getting hungry tonight. What I'll do is while that's drying, I'll turn it round. So anyone who hasn't seen my stream for a while, you can sort of see how it looks. Well, to see how it looks really. Plus we'll have a little bit of a tidy up as well. So again, this is where I need to make room. Honestly guys, it's ridiculous how big this is. I say, because I've only got a small workspace, and this just basically takes, well, as you can see, where my arty station units are that have all my paints and my bits and pieces, I'm going to take them off the desk because there's not enough room for this and them on the desk. And even when I turn this round, bits of it overhang my desk. So this is obviously kind of how it's looking. So yeah, so it's taking shape. So there's a bit more sort of, oh pardon me, a bit to go in the centre there and a few bits to go on these side bits. But basically that's kind of the gist of it. Obviously, again, I'm going to go over it with a thin layer of sprue glue just to make it nice and sort of smooth. And yeah, the underneath has, again, it's difficult really. But there's like the wings have got a bit of the curve to it. I need to do a bit more curvature on the corner bits. But it's like obviously the front. Ooh, again, it's trying to get in position. The front's got like the curve on it. Obviously the wings obviously curve up. And then yeah, back to the back bits, the big old exhausties. So yeah, again there's a bit that comes out from the top, not quite as far as these, but not far off. And then there's a centre bit that's raised, and these bits on the corner. And yeah, other than sort of tidying up these exhaust bits, that will pretty much be the main build. Pretty much done. It is then just a case of going over the whole thing, smoothing it out, sanding it, getting it prepped and ready, and then painting. So yeah, can't wait. So I always say this, but I am looking forward to painting this now, just because then I know I've smoothed it all out. And because I want to see just how smooth I can actually get sprue goo. Because at the moment it's still looking like a bit of a dog's dinner in some areas. So yeah, Crazy Dave would love to take this for a spin now, but I say I want to get it relatively smooth. Right, I'm going to try and do what I can on this bit, and then I'm going to go and get my mask on. So I've got my mask, I've got my gloves, I've got everything ready. And I can smooth it all out. Oh, what's this? Susan's talking about dinner. Your dinner is steak fries. Only UK you call them chips. Usually with fish, but you haven't got any fish. Well, isn't steak better? Oh yeah, I suppose yeah, fish and chips. But yeah, steak. That sounds nice. Sounds very nice. Cool. Evening, Lisa. Good to see you here. I haven't seen you for a while. Again, it's because I've been doing these early streams, which obviously don't really sort of work for a lot of people. But yeah, it's coming on really well. Like I say, I'm not far off finishing the actual build. Then it comes down to all the smoothing out bit, which is going to be fun. Right, I'm just going to play about with my computer and try and get a better shot of this. That's the only problem. Most of the reference pictures I've got are from the front looking at it. There's very few I found from the back. And the ones I have found, some of them look a little bit different. Not by much, but some of them like this exhaust bit on the back. Some of them looked like this. Some of them looked this bit here. So where like the bottom section is, some of them showed that as being almost halfway. And again, I think it's because some photos had been distorted and it just looked... It was getting confusing working out which one I should do because there was a few varieties. So I've kind of gone with one that I like the look of more than anything. Because I'm not too sure how it's meant to look, this back bit. I've just gone with what I wanted it to. Redmore, good evening US. Haven't tuned in for a bit. This is absolutely great. Yeah, I've still got... I haven't done it yet. Ugh. Still got the box. So for anyone who doesn't know, Redmore come up with this awesome idea of getting some Tau Pathfinder team, obviously the kind of guys that would normally live inside the spaceship, getting these and then sticking them in a jar of acetone. Just so they can then be turned into ooey gooey stuff and they can be used on this. So this Tau ship will actually have Tau people in it. Sounds a bit like the old mafia, killing someone and then just chucking him in the old like the roadworks, and then just sort of get a road, the road over the top. So yeah, so these guys are going to sacrifice themselves, be turned into sprue goo for this. But I'm going to make a video of it because I want to do like a time lapse. So I want to make all these figures up. I'm not going to obviously paint them, but I'm going to make them all up. I'm going to keep one figure, just so he can be on here as like a reference to the scale of this. But all the others and the little ships and whatever else these other little bits and pieces are, they're going to be fully made. And then I'm going to put them in a jar of acetone, but I'm going to film it. It's going to be like a time lapse filming, so obviously it'll be sped up, it's like silly. So yeah, so rather than obviously this taking 8 hours, 10 hours, whatever, it'll be like a 15-second of these guys just melting, well, dissolving. I can't use the word melting because they don't melt. I've been told by several people, chemistry people, that acetone dissolves stuff and not melts it. So yeah, so we're going to watch these guys dissolve in acetone. So obviously it's going to be a very short video, basically me unboxing, assembling, dissolving. But their sacrifice won't go in vain. Yes, you are mad, Redmore. Redmore, it was his idea, and he kindly brought that for me. It's how mad it is. So Redmore brought that for me to dissolve. Which may upset some people, who might see me dissolving some figures, might be like, ah, madness. And yeah, it is madness, but it's a fun kind of madness. It's definitely different. But at least then this will have yeah, because then if anyone says, oh, has it got Tau people in it? Be like, yeah, all over in it. So yeah, for the greater good, it is for the greater good. Steve would be crying watching that. Oh yeah, Redmore. Yeah, I've got to build them. Yeah, just because it looked funnier. Because I have considered when I build them up for all the like the D&D figures that I'm making, I'm sticking them on like washer bases, just because it's got a little bit of weight to them. It makes them sort of stand up nice. So I had considered building these up and putting a washer base on them. So when I put them in a jar of acetone, they'll be all at the bottom but standing up. So rather than just sort of floating on top of each other, they'll be standing up looking like they're getting ready to fight, and then obviously, yeah, they just dissolve. So I think that'd look even funnier. But then what I would need to do when I get the sprue goo out, I'd have to obviously pull these out because obviously these won't dissolve. But yeah, I think it'd be funny that having them glued to these just so they sink, but standing up, just because it'll look even better. So yeah. Caveman, will the glue you used to assemble them interfere with acetone? It might do. Normally I wouldn't. Normally when I put sprues in here, I only put good sprues, as in if I get these sprues and they've been painted, I don't put them in because that messes it up. And yeah, if something was glued together, then I wouldn't put it in here either. But because I'm only going to do a small amount, I'm not going to put it in any of these jars. I've got a nice clean new jar, clean acetone. So even if the glue does interfere a little bit, I don't think it's going to affect it enough to sort of mess it up, basically. Well, we'll find out, because obviously I've never done it. Because I always make sure that I use nice sprues in my acetone. So yeah, we'll find out. If it works well or not, we shall all see together. See what happens in it. It is. Right, 2 seconds. Right, so, I forgot what I was doing. I was going to try and find a better picture of this centre bit back. Yeah, because I've got one picture, but it's got loads of sort of, it's not like a box, it's, I don't know how to explain it. But it looks complicated. So I'm going to have another look for another picture. Oh, let's just go on Google. So I did download several pictures, but I'm sure I haven't really got any that are decent. So let's have a little look. Good old Google. See what he's got to say for him. So let's type in backside Tau Manta and see what pops up. Said the bishop to the actress. Right. Again, see, all these pictures are all sort of front or 3/4 from the front. Yeah. Oh, pardon me. Right, well, there's another one. That looks... Yeah, that's even worse. That's the one I've got. Yeah, I think what I should have done was ask someone to buy me one of these so I could have it right beside me and I could just take the measurements off of it. Yeah, no, yeah, I've only got one picture, so I'm going to have to kind of do it how I've got this picture and then just... So I think I'm just going to do a box, basically, and then I can just put other bits on. Yeah, I'm waffling now. Right, enough waffle. Let's just get something put on it. So I've only got a few panels left, so that's why I'm not sure how much I can get. Oh, there's another one there, actually. How much I can get done. So, Aisha, where is Steve? Obviously, I haven't seen him for the last couple of live streams. Is he well? Is he okay? Is he just busy? Or have I upset him? Matt Thrower. Would I make a large diorama for the ship afterwards? No way! I'm having problems with this thing, let alone making a diorama for just a city out of nowhere. Yeah, I don't have the luxury like a lot of YouTubers where they have like a workspace or even a garage. I literally have my desk, and so basically what you see here is my work area. And as you can see, this thing here takes up my work area. So yeah, definitely, I wouldn't even consider making a diorama for this. Especially when, say, there's 3 options that are going to happen with this. Option 1, some madman is going to buy this off me on eBay. If they do, great. Option number 2, I film myself throwing it out my window. I'm only on the 1st floor, but I'd film it from obviously down below and from up above, just to see. Obviously, it's not going to fly, but just to see how well it kind of like glides out, and obviously see how it hits the floor. Because honestly, this thing is now built like a tank. It is so strong. So I can stand on this, and I'm 17 stone. I can stand on this and it's fine. I was going to sit on the wing, then it would obviously just tip. But this, honestly, this is, I can pick it up from the wings. And this is quite a weight, but I can grab the very tips of the wings, which again you can't see because it goes out of shot. I can grab the tips of the wings and I can pick it up. So this thing is well built. So I kind of reckon if I do throw it out the window, I don't think any bit of it would fall off or break off or snap. It is like a brick. Probably doing more damage to the floor. So anyway, that's option number 2. Option number 3. This is probably my favourite, but obviously the most dangerous, is me going and getting a bunch of fireworks, cutting open like a hole in the back, ramming said fireworks into its backside, and then just lighting them and seeing what happens. I mean, I had thought about putting this like upright to see if it'd actually take off even a little bit, but I'm now thinking it might even be funnier. Stick wheels on it, put the fireworks in the back, and then film it as it hurtles forward and then goes kaboom. That's probably my favourite option, but probably the most dangerous. And it's where would I be able to do it, and obviously get away with doing it and not be told off. Yeah, but that would be fun though. Putting fireworks in the back of this and just that would be fun. So yeah, what I might do if option 3 could be a good reality. If someone who lives near me, as in so somebody lives in Hampshire in the UK, if they've got a big open field or like a big workshop area or a big area, then maybe option 3 could be a good one. Yeah, so rather than me going to like a local park or a big open field, if someone owns a big bit of land, I reckon option 3 could be a fun one, guys. The mic volume is very low, you can hardly hear the speaker up. Okay, thanks for letting me know. Right, I can pump it up to that. How's that sound now? Is that much better? I can still go higher, but I think this is probably better because the green line is now going up to the very edge of the green line. Any further, it'll go into a yellow line, and then obviously then you've got a bit of play, then it goes into a red line, which is going to be even worse. Turn it into a scooter. Yeah, so okay, option number 4. I put wheels on this, or no, I put this on a skateboard. I sit on it. Someone puts fireworks in the back. Nah, that's probably a bit too silly now. But no, I definitely think, yeah. So option 3 would be if someone's got a big field who lives in Hampshire that I could come to and blow this thing up with fireworks. I think option 3 could be, yeah. Option 3 would sound better than option 2 just throwing out the window because that's a bit boring now. So yeah, I'm hoping option 1, someone buys it so I can get some money. So I can buy some food. Or option 3, fireworks on a skateboard and just see how well it goes. That'd be cool. Obviously, I did a quick search, found a couple of pics. Tau Manta rear, cataract door. Yeah, I've seen a few pictures with the old. Because obviously there's two. Isn't there? Basically, the back bit comes down, and you put your big vehicles in there. And there's also a bit that opens up here, and then like a ramp that comes out. But it's just how it looks when the ramp's not down. But yeah, oh, we'll see. Yeah, I'm just going to build a basic box at the back, and then from that I can then put any extra little bits of detail on. That's what I'm going to do. Much better. Cool. Yeah, guys, if there's anything ever wrong with the sound or picture or whatever, yeah, let me know, because I say, unfortunately, I've not got anything set up for me to be able to hear how I sound. So, yeah, I am relying on you to say, oi, you're too loud. Oi, speak up. Dennis, it's a Buddhist thing. Cool, because I do quite like the Buddhism. So, yeah, create something beautiful, then destroy it, teaching you not to get connected to things. Sounds nice. Susan used to build, what was that? Bottle rockets out of picture pipes. So it might take some huge fireworks to actually make a difference. But yeah, I think if this was on like a skateboard though, I think that would obviously reduce the friction and make it travel. But I basically just like the idea of it just going kaboom. I don't think this would attach very well to a drone. So this is a weight. Well, I say you can get some drones there that are pretty big. Oh, bless her. Steve has hurt himself. I hope he's all right. Ooh, pardon me. Right, again, I'm waffling, getting distracted now because in my head, I've now got visions of me just blowing this up, which is for fun vision, I must admit. Right, so this kind of comes out. There's a bit of an angle, and I say it doesn't quite come out as far as this, Oh, these isn't long enough in one go. Oh, these are the biggest panels I think I've got. Yeah, that's a shame. It'd be nice if this was one bit rather than two. I think it is like the whole length. Yeah, so that's the only problem about trying to copy something when you haven't got decent pictures. PVC pipe, auto-corrected. Well, yeah, I didn't know what picture pipes were. All I got was that you shot things. Breaking news, Steve F will be on in 1% of a minute. What percent? Oh, 5% of a minute. Is that 20 seconds? Bedtime for Wolfenstein. Have a good sleep, buddy. Right, that's kind of flattened out. So what am I doing? Again, this is the problem. When I do start waffling, I then lose track. I'm making this. So what am I doing again? I think it's going to come out a little bit and then go down at an angle. And it looks like it kind of goes. Oh, so this again, some of the pictures are very difficult to work out, especially when it's a small picture, and obviously I've enlarged it, and it's gone a little bit blocky. Plus, I think I have made a bit of an error as well with these bits. It looks like it should have been at a 45-degree angle. So, do I try and cut this? It's a dilemma. Oh, we'll worry about that in a minute or another time. Let's get this back bit done just so I can get it done. I want to get another picture. Let's just get a bit stuck on there and let's do something. Aisha, if I blow it up, you'll sink into depression. Well, Aisha, how about you come with me and we blow it up together? Would that be all right? So you don't really want to have this in your place. It'd be nuts having this. But say you never know. There might be someone mad enough on eBay that will buy a sprue built Tau Manta, because obviously you can't put people in it, so I don't know if it's still usable at a game. Right, just hold this for half an hour. That's right, Susan. If it don't sell, kaboom! What I might do is, if it doesn't sell, do a live stream, try and get a whip round, and the more money that's donated, the more fireworks I buy. Basically, whatever's donated, I buy fireworks. So then it'll be in your hands how kaboomy it goes. Whether it's a little kaboom or a yeah, your donations could determine its outlook, or what happens to it. What's that? Just because if we're launching, that it'll probably lift with 3D engines in 2 stages. So this is where I would need someone that's got a big field, so I could take it to their big field, and then I can do obviously what I want with it then. Right, if I can't sell it, what's that? Stick it on as terrain. Right. Let's move you out of the way a little bit. Mount it on my car with a flight around town. World's greatest hood ornament. Oh, there was that option number. How many options do we have? 3, 4, no. Sell it, window, kaboom. Yeah, 4th option. I could always contact my newest Games Workshop, which I believe is in Reading, and see if they want to display it there. Not too sure what their reaction would be. Yeah, I don't know if they'll be like, oh yeah, that sounds interesting. You can display it there, or it'll be, you're having a laugh, aren't you, mate? Move on. Hey, Steve's in the house. How you doing, buddy? Aisha was saying you had a little whoopsie. Daniel, it is, yeah, it's 20 to 11. I say I've been out and about. I've done quite a few different bits and pieces today, and I'm kind of like wide awake. So that's why I thought I would crack on with this. What's it? You in the pub? I thought you were poorly. What are you doing in the pub? Or is that where you do your best recuperating in the pub, Steve? Oh yeah, Steve, got a bone to pick with you, mate. This super glue, it is super runny. It comes out and my fingers just getting caked in it. Obviously, I appreciate that it was free, so thank you for that. But it's making a right old mess of my fingers. My fingers are caked in it. Because it literally, it comes out faster than water. Crazy glue. Christopher, you know something about the future Tau buffs. Especially they get extra buffs when you put fireworks up the backside. They get extremely buffed. He smashed his foot and his thumb. I suppose he's still got another hand for drinking then, I guess. Squash your foot with an 18-foot roofing beam. Had steel toe caps. Well, that probably saved... Well... but hey-ho, whilst making some benches. Cool, yeah, imagine if you didn't have your steel toe caps on, you would have no toes. Or it'd be like just one big, sort of squished, flat toe from all of them. Oh no, I was going to do this at an angle, wasn't I? Man. Nah, you know what, I'm just going to do it as a square box. And then any angled bits I'll add on after. Again, because the picture I've got is really not showing much of it. I need like different angles. I've only got one angle. Anyway. Eric's Hobby Workshop. Cheers, Eric. Had to donate something out of respect for the sheer madness. Yeah, it is a little bit. It's kind of out of, well, not out of my comfort zone, but it's out of my space that I've got to build something. That's for sure. Yeah, cheers for that, Eric, and well, cheers for watching, buddy. It's very nice of you. Yeah, I can go towards my my acetone fund. Steve thought I put some Yoo-hoo glue in as well. Oh, there is, yes, yeah. But obviously there is, but there's loads of this one. I say it's good glue. It's just it comes out crazy fast. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything you can put in with it to obviously make it thicker and slower. But yeah. Yeah, cheers, Eric. Well, Eric, have you heard what I could be doing with this though? I don't know if you've only just popped on or not. But there's several options of what's going to happen to this bad boy once it's made. Option 1 is obviously it's going to go on eBay to see if there's anyone mad enough out there who would buy it off me. Option 2, I'm going to film myself thrown out of my window. I'm only on the first floor, so it hasn't got too far to sort of glide, fly, or drop like a brick, and film it hitting the deck, see how it survives. Option 3, I'm going to put it on a skateboard, stick some fireworks in the back of it, and see if it will travel pretty good. Did we do an option 4? Can't remember. Did we do option 4? I thought we did option 4. I can't remember what option 4 is already. Fireworks. Oh, I can't remember now. But there's 4 options. But yeah, so basically either way, this thing isn't staying in my house or my flat because I've got no room for it. So one way or another, it's leaving my flat. Either by the window, by the door, or by fireworks. Tree Bongo, you got a printed one of these. Well, I wish you could take some pictures of the back and show me what the back looks like. Because I am struggling with reference pictures, because most of the pictures I've got or I've seen are front and sort of like angled sort of side view. There's not many that show the back. Well, the few that I have seen of the back have the door or flaps open, which obviously don't really help me when I want to see what it looks like when it's all shut. Yeah, definitely take it over a field. All good options. Yeah, well, some people had suggested I sort of suspend it from the ceiling in my flat. But, I mean, I'm not tall, but I'd still hit my head on this because it is quite... I'm going to say it's quite a deep sort of thing. I mean, it's quite a lot to the bottom. Again, obviously, it needs to have a lot more sprue goo put on there just to round it off. But yeah, it's just too big. I mean, you almost think it's too big to really take into a game. I mean, someone turns up, you're playing like a Warhammer game, and they go out of their bag and get this out. Be like, what the? Where's that going to go? There's no room. What's that? Yours is sort of a brick on the back since it's slightly... Oh, okay. Yeah, so I've only seen one picture. Yeah, there's something there. Because basically there's a little door that comes down and then a ramp. And supposedly that's obviously how the people in the back are meant to get out, I guess. But yeah, I'm going to finish this little bit of box up. Then I'm going to get my mask on. And I'm going to go over some areas with the sprue goo. Just to sort of now start trying to smooth out areas, basically. So, because there's not a ton of stuff left to do at the back. I've got to tidy up these sort of engine exhaust bits a little bit. There's a couple of little bits that go on the back at the side, and there's another bit that sort of comes up from there. But I think I might need to make some more panels to do that. Wall mount it at an angle. Well, there you go, Aisha. If you want, I'll come round and I'll install it in your place, and then you can bop your head on it as you walk in and out of rooms. Oh yeah, that's it. Sorry. Yeah, thanks, Susan. Yeah, the other option, option 4, was to contact my nearest Games Workshop, which I think is in Reading, and see if they want to display it there. But I really don't know if that would go down well or not. I've never actually been to a Games Workshop shop, so I don't know if the people who work there have, well, I don't know if they have any kind of like humour or they take things too seriously. I don't know. So they might think it's a fun idea, or they might just tell me to bog off. Right, good old pop a measure in here. Yeah, so anyone who's just joined or hasn't seen any of my previous streams, basically I'm getting the rough sort of box shape all done, because everything you see is going to have a layer of sprue glue over it, so that'll obviously help hide any mistakes, any inconsistencies, and make it obviously all nice and smooth, basically. Because obviously this build or this vehicle is a rather nice looking ship, and that's the reason that I'm building this, is because when I looked at the photos, just the overall look of it and how smooth it looked and how sleek it looked and all the curves, and it just looked really, really nice. So that's why I'm going to try and do the justice it deserves and not build it like I'm building something for an orc, which is what I normally do. Mainly because obviously when you build things for orcs, they can look distressed, worn and basically knackered, because that's kind of what orcs do to it. But obviously this is going to be sleek and smooth, so that's why I will eventually try and get it as smooth as I can with the sprue glue, and then after I've done that I will then go over and give it all a nice sort of sanding down, basically. But yeah, so yeah, I say it's coming on. It's got like the old jets and thrusters and I don't know, other bits and pieces. Oh, there's another bit I need to do as well, which is obviously the bit that goes under here where the guns or cannons or whatever go, and then obviously then there's all the little guns that sort of are spotted all over the place. Oh, pardon me. So my plan for those little guns is still to make one, make a mould of it, and then cast loads more using the sprue glue. Obviously I'm going to make a nice simple cast, so yeah, so that should come out reasonably well. I think I was going to do sprue glue on this wing, because this wing is a dog's dinner. So I'm going to have a bit of my sandwich, and then I'll get my mask on, and we'll sprue glue this basically, just to try and make it smoother and nicer. And then I might do a little bit of sprue glue on that back once that's fully sort of dried. Right, let's have a little bit of me peanut butter roll. So Tree Bomb goes, I think there's a blue table painting video. Or the Manta shows the back. Okay. Yeah, there's no Gundam sprues in this. I melted some Gundam sprues, and they seem to have some sort of layer of something on them, because they dissolved, but on the top, so like on my normal ones, obviously loads of sprue glue, and the top, all it does is changes the colour of the acetone. On the Gundam ones, the goo looked the same, but on top there was this, it was like milk had gone off. It was very thick, lumpy, and when you put the spoon into the sprue glue, again it's thick and lumpy. So I'm not too sure what happened, but yeah, Gundam sprues don't turn into very nice sprue glue. So yeah, so this is purely Warhammer sprues. Oh yeah, is Lazarus on? Because I got the Lazarus sent me a box of sprues, and they turned up today. I see you're trying to copy and paste 4 pics of the rear. All right, yeah, cheers, buddy. So I'm going to go on to the wing now, and then the back I will. Yeah, if I can see the pictures you've got, then I'll have a bit more of an idea of what I'm meant to be doing. That would certainly help. Yeah, so this is only going to contain Games Workshop sprues and obviously paint and glue. Yeah, it does what it says on the title. This is 100% Warhammer sprue build. Well, 100% Warhammer sprue with the inclusion of these guys who are going to sacrifice themselves, and they're going to be dissolved in some acetone as well and used on this. So it's a Tau Manta, which is going to contain Tau Manta figures, but they just happen to be dissolved figures. There's going to be the sprue glue on the top, which I think is quite cool, quite fitting that they are going to sacrifice themselves for the greater good. Yeah, if you send it through Facebook, it'll ping up straight away and I'll be able to see it straight away. Yeah, Steve, send it through Facebook, buddy. Yeah, see, Lisa, I'm not too sure whether Games Workshop would be happy that I'm recycling sprues. I don't know. I don't know what their take on using something that's normally thrown away. Because they might then see it as, oh, we'll charge more because this chap's using the sprues and he's making everyone else use their sprues. So yeah, so rather than just charge for the figures, they're going to charge you more now for the sprues because you're recycling and using them. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Does Games Workshop think that way? I do hear they seem to like a lot of money, or they think about money. Right. Let's get gloved up, masked up, and let's get some sprue goo going. No, that's a bit of a glove with a hole in. Must have used that one last time. So the big question though, guys, have you all been hitting the thumbs up? I've not been asking. I keep forgetting to ask. And poor Steve, he's too poorly to ask. Aisha, you have to go. Time for bed. Okie dokie. Well, you enjoy your naughty little lacy lingerie, see-through, what's it? And have a good sleep. Right, what was I doing? I was going to check something. I forgot what I was going to check. Man, so many things are open. Whatever I was going to check, I'll check it later. I can't think. The goo doctor. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm getting gloved up. I'm going in. Why is... got 3 pictures. Cool. That's what I was going to check. I was going to check if anything had come through. I mean, but so what I'm going to do is I'm not going to do any more to the back tonight. I can have a good look at the pictures and then see where I'm going wrong. Well, not going wrong, but what I need to do to fix it. And let's have a quick look. In your own time. And there we go, there's the pictures. Yeah, that first picture you sent, that's the one I've got. So it's a real small image, isn't it? And you try and blow it up and it just looks nuts. Yeah, that's a bit... They've come through really small. As in, teeny tiny. Yeah, I'm quite happy with just doing the back as being a fairly plainish kind of thing, I think. Good night, Aisha. Sleep well. Might see you tomorrow. Oh man, that's messed up me. What's it counter? There we go. Right, yeah, let's sprue goo. What's the time? 11 o'clock. That's not bad. The man is getting a prostrate. It is, yeah. So I warm my hands up first before going in. Right. So yeah, I'm going to try and smooth out this wing, I think. Turn your turret and cough.
how well does goo stick to dry goo? The goo sticks to anything. Apart from grease-proof paper. Other than that, it will stick to anything. So yeah, it will stick to the dried stuff really well. So you can use this like a filler. Any holes, cracks, this will fill it, something rotten. Because obviously there's acetone in this, but when you put it on here, bits of it will start to sink into the plastic that's already there. So obviously it sinks in, so instantly it makes a really good bond. Yeah, so like I say every time, you can only build this up like a small layer at a time. Otherwise, well, one, it'll take so long for it to sort of dry back into being firm, and two, if you put too much on, gravity will just suck it down. So you'll put loads on, come back, and it'll just all be gooped off of the edge. So yeah, so it's a case of putting it on a little bit at a time, letting it fully harden, like a day or two, come back, and then just sort of fill in any more gaps. But say everything will get sanded afterwards. So if I can get it as near to being, well, as good as I can, getting it smooth with the goo, and then it will be a case of going over it with a sander. So I'm just going to fill in a few of these potholes on the top of this. Yeah, because this thing is pretty much just like a smooth area. I've got a question. What's that? Nick Page, quick question. I have some goo ready to go and want to fill gaps on my Castellian Knight with the. Will the goo eat the model?
The answer kind of is a little bit. Yeah, it's hard to say by how much. Obviously, the neater you can be, as in if you've got like some small little gaps, like I've got a bit of a gap here. What I would use is, I can't find it. But yeah, basically you want to use a small little tool, get a small amount, and fill that gap carefully. I mean, it's not like as soon as this touches something, it'll like eat it or it'll dissolve it. But obviously, if you've got a nice looking model, you don't really want to get this anywhere that you don't need it, basically. So yeah, I would use a very small tool. And what you're better off probably doing, rather than have one of these like big jars, get like a half-size jar, because it's easier then just to get a little bit out. Whereas when it's a big one, you try and get it out, and it basically keeps falling off the end of the tool. But if you get like a small jar, it's a lot easier to get small amounts out. And yeah, I would use like the, I've got loads of the dentist tools. So there's a whole variety of these, different sort of sizes, but they're all small. And this is probably one of the bigger ones, as in bigger, flatter edge. So yeah, if you've got a small little area you want to fill, get a small tool and just put a little bit on at a time. And yeah, you shouldn't have any issues. But yeah, it's not like you put this on and it eats it straight away. It's problem is that if you put too much on, it's a bugger trying to scrape it off. Because I say this stuff just sticks. So yeah, nice small tool, little bit at a time, and you're golden. Susan could always ask Squidmar to send me the shot of the back of his one. Yeah, yeah, could do. Well, funny enough, I was watching his video the other day because it helped me for doing the fronts of these. Because obviously he's panned around it a bit. Yeah, I need to go and have a little look because I can't remember how much he panned around the back. But yeah, I'll go and have another look. But Nick Page, thank you very much. Yeah, you have the tools. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, so the smaller tool the better. Because this is so big, that's why I'm spooning it out or obviously using one of these big things. But yeah, nice small tool for the job.
Yeah, these are cool tools to use.
Steve just found the PDF of the building instructions. Ah, okay. Yeah, so I tried to find like a breakdown of the parts and I couldn't find anything. Yeah, I had a lot of problems trying to find anything. So basically I'm working off about 3 or 4 reference pictures, but say most of them are from the front. I think I only found one that was kind of like front but underneath, and so I've only got one for the back, and it doesn't really show. Well, it's difficult to see what it's made of, basically. Anyway, I'm getting back to some goo.
Red Boy just looked squid hard, doesn't show the back. Ah, okay. Not many good shots during the build either. No, yeah, during the build I didn't see a whole lot. So there's just a little bit at the end, about 5 seconds, where you see a little bit of a pan round. But yeah, I didn't think you showed the back, I wasn't sure. Steve's got music, me, and a film on. Awesome. Yeah, I'm going to take a look. Yeah, Susan, I'll have a little look later, see if the PDF does show, yeah, how it's meant to look. Use the cast-offs for the next Nurgle. Yeah, because all these bits that do sort of come off, I have tried before putting them back in the acetone. They do kind of dissolve again, but they're not as smooth. They kind of go a bit lumpy. So that's why generally any bits that come off, I do kind of put in the bin, just because I can't really use them again. But yeah, you can certainly keep these bits for making Nurgle-y stuff with. But say the old sprue goo is definitely the best kind of filler. Just obviously it bonds things together, and then it dries well like plastic basically. Which isn't too surprising because that's kind of what it is. I think what I'm going to do, finish off a little bit here, finish off that, and then I might call it a night. What's the time? 20 past 11. Yeah, that's not too bad. I think I started about 9, didn't I? 9ish? No, half 9, wasn't it? Half 9, half 10, half 11. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I might go to midnight, I'm not sure. 2.5 hour stream is quite good. Redmore, you just found a picture of the back. Okay. Let's see the screenshot. Yeah, well, if you go on to Facebook, go to Facebook, Miniature Hobbyist. You can send it there, probably the best way. Let's take my mask off so you can hear me.
Right, cheers, Miscast. That's very, very nice of you. Cheers, Trent. Left you alone for a week, and this is what happens. Yeah, it's taking progress. It's it's getting there. I've kind of done a bit of the bottom. It's got a few curves. It still needs quite a bit more ooey gooey stuff under there to make it even curvier. But yeah, I've kind of done part of the back. So I've got a few thrusters at the back. Yeah, just trying to do a bit of smoothing out now. But thank you so much for the donation, Trent. It's very, very kind of you. better put this back on, health and safety and all that.
Redmore. Okay, yeah, I'll go and have a look at Discord. You don't have Facebook, no worries. Yeah, no, I'll have a look at that because say the back, I just, yeah, I can't see very many pictures that show the back that well. So it would be nice to see, see what it looks like. Right, I might see if I've got enough actually bits of the panel left to have a go at doing a bit of that back. Right, let's make some room. A bit of a tidy up. Oh, that's on the floor.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, usual sort of thing. I can only put so much goo on it, and then I've got to let it dry before I can really put more on. I'm going to quickly pop onto Discord and have a look at these pictures just to see what is happening with this back bit. But say what I might do is there's a box that kind of goes on the top. Well, it's not even a box, but that bit I could do quite easily because I've only got a few panels left. Well, what I might actually do is make some panels now, because then if I make some panels now, they'll be ready for tomorrow. So when I do tomorrow's live stream, I'll have more panels. Although we'll see, because there's not a lot left to do on the back. Just that bit in the middle, a couple of bits either side, and then I need to fill in these somehow. Yeah, right. So have a quick look on Discord, guys. Can I zoom out? I can zoom out in a way because I can just move the the thing back. Right, like that. And say, yeah, it kind of takes up the whole of my desk. I've had to move everything off. So the proportions of this are correct, as in the wingspan is correct, and the size, like back to front, is about right. So yeah, that's kind of what I've got going on so far. So say some of the sizes and proportions of say like the width of this might be a few millimeters out, because a lot of what I've done is guesstimate, as in how far that looks to be from there and from the wing. So yes, there's a few bits that won't be 100% accurate, but near enough. I mean, unless you put another Tau Manta next to this one, you wouldn't see too much difference. Although I think I have curved the wings up a bit too much. I'm not too sure. But yeah, say front to back is the same measurements as the Forge World. The height is the same, and the wingspan is the same. But yeah, so that's kind of it from afar. So say there's still quite a lot of smoothing out to do, and inside these thruster jets I need to put some sort of panel in or something in there basically. But yeah, I'm pleased with how it's coming out. I say I couldn't just sit down and do just this. I think it'd be too much. That's why, like I said earlier, I've got other projects. Well, I've always got lots of projects on the go. So yeah, to doing a little bit of this, doing a different project, then coming back to this, and then coming back. But yeah, no, I'm pleased with how this is going, and the fact that say it's only made out of sprues. There's nothing else in this. And obviously, if you see how I made the main box frame for this thing, I mean, I can stand on this, and I'm 17 and a half stone. I can stand on this and it's fine, because there's like a bit of a, basically you've seen the earlier ones, it's made up of these kind of panels, which is obviously the sprues with sprue glue in the middle, and it's made up of a box going all the way around the outside and a couple of cross members going that way and one going down the centre. So yeah, this thing is, it's solid, it's a brick. Plus to say, I can pick it up by the wings. That's how obviously strong it all is. I can pick it up by the wings and it doesn't bend, it doesn't bow, which is always my main thing when I'm making this, to make it so it was solid, so you could pick it up by the tips, obviously get the balance right. So you can pick it up, a couple of fingers underneath the wings, and it's solid, it's not going anywhere. Well, apart from possibly out of my window. Yeah, it's like I've got no room for this in my place, so this is why we're going to be sold on eBay or out my window, or I'm just going to put fireworks inside it and kaboom it. Yeah, they're my three main options of what's happening with this once it's made. But yeah, there's no option where this stays in my flat because I've got no room. Yeah, so guys, if anyone knows, if anyone wants to buy a Tau Manta from Sprues, tell them in about 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, look on eBay and you'll see this. And then we'll see if there's anyone mad enough to buy it. Less issues than the FW. Yeah, I must admit. Yeah, I was watching Squid Miles one the other day, and that just seems horrendous. That something you pay so much money for, and the fact that they make it sort of to order. So it's not like they've got like loads of them sitting around, and obviously they're going to get damaged or bent or whatever. They literally make it to order, and it turns up and bits are bent, bits don't fit. And I sort of Squid Mile, like it chopped off about 9mm off something, and it's like obviously a big thick chunky thing you had to saw off, and you just think that's horrendous. For the amount of money he spent, that thing should turn up and just fit in like a nice jigsaw, as opposed to fitting like a sock on a hand or something. I mean, it's just nuts. Fishing line hanging from this again. I'm in a small flat. I haven't got the room. So now, if I had the same kind of room as Trent from Miscast, I'd be laughing. He's got room to build 30 of these and more. Yeah, I would love to have a workshop or a garage, shed. But all I have got is this little desk area you see in front of you. That's my work area. But yeah, I am having fun with this because it's just nuts. It's not my normal kind of build, and obviously it's certainly bigger. Well, it's the biggest thing I've ever built, that's for sure. But hey ho, fun to try different things. But yeah, there you go. There's the full sort of view. And yeah, so I'm pleased. I mean, it looks pretty similar to the ones that you get. So yeah, not too bad. So I might as well just give you the raw materials and get you. Yeah. But yeah, because he obviously had to do a lot of filler as well, didn't he? Which was nuts. So yeah, there's a lot of chopping, a lot of bending, and then a lot of filling. And then he had problems painting it. Bless him. Yeah, I think I'd be a bit disappointed if I spent that kind of money and something turned up and it just wasn't right. But the thing is though, that's half the fun of the hobby, I guess. It turns up and you just get on with it and correct it and make it work, basically. Right, so have a quick little tidy up, and then I'm going to think about what I'm going to do next. Yeah, 11:30 in the UK, so I'm getting a little bit tired, but not majorly. Just trying to think more what to do next, really. I think I might make some more panels, because I don't think I've got enough panels to finish off the back. And that's it. I wanted to check the pictures. That's it. I didn't want to do too much to the back because I want to see the photos so I know what I'm meant to be doing. Rolled Maya, the heck, a manta made with melted sprues. Yeah. All from a jar. I mean, there are some sprues that are in here that are normal sprues and not melted. Not many, because even the framework. Not many left. Yeah, most of the framework of this is obviously me taking a sprue, put it on some greaseproof paper, getting the goo, filling in all the gaps, and then obviously leave it overnight, and then it turns into panels. Unfortunately, these panels were done a few days ago, and after a while, if you don't use them straight away, they do bend something rotten. It's obviously as the acetone evaporates, the goo obviously like tries to contract, and that's why it starts to buckle. But when you first make them, these are lovely and flat, obviously nice and thick. Once you make a box or shape with them, they then keep that shape. They don't seem to sort of, obviously because they're all glued together, there's no room for them to buckle and bend. So yeah, but when they're left as panels, even if you put books and things on top of these, as soon as you take the book away, it will start to just crumple up on itself. But yeah, Miss Cast just shared to your Instagram. Oh, cheers, buddy. Thank you so much. It's brilliant and ridiculous and silly, and it looks like the yeah. Well, I think that's the main thing. It does resemble a manta, if not being 100% accurate. I reckon it's at least 80% accurate. Obviously, it's not going to have the centre bit that comes off to reveal all them seats. The front bit's not going to come off to reveal a little pilot. Just because that possibly would have been doable, it just would have taken. I mean, this has obviously taken me quite a while to do this, but to try and make that internal compartment there with all the seats and even this little compartment, it just would have taken too much time. Especially if there's a fair chance that I could be throwing this out the window. Obviously, if I do, I'd make a video of it, because as I say, I reckon this would hit the deck, and I don't think anything would break off of it, because it is. I mean, it's solid plastic. Plus, even these bits, obviously, I haven't finished, so these do need a little bit more of another sort of layer over them. But say the wings, even though I did the wings separately and then attached them to the body, as you saw, I can pick it up, sort of wherever I want to pick it up from. I can pick it up. It's built like me. It's built like a tank. It's it might not be able to run fast, but it's solid. So yeah, I'm not going to do the back because I want to see the pictures to try and get that kind of right. So there's still quite a lot to do, because I've got to try and fill in obviously the gap in here. So definitely smoothing out a lot more. Some of this needs a bit more shaping. So I'm actually do that bit now, actually, because this bit again doesn't need much, just a little bit more just to fill in a few gaps. But yeah, no, I really appreciate that, Trent. That's so nice of you to share this on your Instagram, because I'm sure you've got a lot of people following you on Instagram. I think I've got about 300. I kind of use Instagram, but probably not as much as I should. I'll have to admit, I'm not very good like social media sharing and all that kind of stuff. I know I should do more, but yeah, I don't. But yeah, no, cheers for that. Right, yeah, so I'm going to do this little bit. It was time half, yeah, do this little bit, and then I think I'm going to make a few more panels. Yeah, because someone sent me some more sprues. Lazarus, I don't think he's on, is he? Yeah, no, I don't think Lazarus is on. But yeah, Lazarus sent me another box of sprues, which is awesome, because, again, I never thought I'd ever say this. I've run out of sprues, and last week I literally had, say, 2 of these left. And that's unheard of, because I've been sent so many. It got ridiculous at one stage. I had to sort of say, no, don't send any more. I've got, I think there's 11 boxes I think I had at one stage. 11 boxes full of sprues. And again, I'm in a small 1-bedroom flat, so there wasn't a lot of room, and they were all in my bedroom. Just piled up, just boxes piled up. But yeah, last week I was down to my last 2 sprues. Obviously, I had quite a lot of sprue goo, but yeah, for me to actually run out of these is kind of unheard of. So bring it back, not so much a ship in a bottle as a spacecraft out of a jar. Yeah, Yeah, it was manufactured in a jar. Miscast, really can't believe it. Skeptical last week and now it's real. Did it so fast. Yeah, again, I think I could have done this even faster if I didn't take breaks in between. And like now, I do waffle. Because I've only built this on live streams. I've not done any work on this sort of outside of a live stream, basically. And yeah, anyone who's watched my live streams will know I sometimes waffle. When I waffle, I don't do any building. I know that when I do a live stream, I could probably build whatever I build in the live stream 5 times quicker, if not more, if I was doing it off camera. But sometimes, where's the fun in that? Because I enjoy doing the live streams. I enjoy having you guys here, and yeah, it's all cool. Yes, yeah, I've been filming lots of this, Trent. Yeah, once this is all done, I've got lots of footage. So this is what I always say. Well, like you know more than anyone. Sometimes you do a project and it could take you 30 hours, 40 hours. But then when you do the video, it's like a 10, 15 minute video. And obviously people watch the video and think, oh yeah, he's done well. But they don't really appreciate that you spent a lot of hours and a lot of time on something. So yeah, the video of this will come out obviously once it's all done. And yeah, I think it might be a longer video than my normal, because I like to do videos that are like 10, 12 minutes is like a time that I like doing. This one might be longer because obviously there's a lot more of it, a lot more to it. And I say I've got a lot of work to do yet, because I really want to get this super sleek and super smooth. So that's why every now and then I'm going to do a bit of sprue goo just to try and get the sort of curves in it. And then once it is all coated, I'm going to leave it for about 4 or 5 days and then go over it and just sand the whole thing down. Because I want this to look smooth and neat and not like it's built by orcs, which is what I normally do, because obviously I love orcs and I love the way they build things, because it can look rough and ready. It doesn't have to be polished. In fact, it looks better when it is bruised and battered. But yeah, no, with this I want to do something with sprues that is sleek and smooth, just because I've not done it before. So yeah, that's cool. ETA on this done. I reckon about another 2-3 weeks. Only because, say, I'm not putting myself under any pressure. I'm not going to say it's going to be done by a week Thursday or any of that kind of thing. I like to have fun when I'm building, probably like yourself. So yeah, for me, it's the building.
I'm not sure about that.
Oh, Alexa's talking. She's not sure about something. Yeah, for me, like yourself, it's the fun of the building. Obviously, I like it when it gets to the end and it's made, but I'm in no rush to get to the end and have it made. I'm enjoying the process of the build. So yeah, I reckon 2-3 weeks it'll be done. Mainly because I say it's not a lot more. So my main thing I want to do first was get everything kind of built in place, and then once that's all done, then go over it and give it a layer of sprue goo, then sand it and then paint it. So I've got most of the bulk of it done. So I just need to have a look at some more pictures to sort of see roughly what's going on in this little area. And then yeah, so you centre bit, couple of side bits, fill in the thrusters front and back, and then that's pretty much the build done. It is then just a case of sprue goo over the lot, 4 days, letting it fully harden, sand it to within an inch of its life, and then paint it. And I'm painting this really simple. It's going to be all black, so basically it's a black primer. It's going to paint the whole thing black, and then I'm going to go over it with dry brush with silver. So it's obviously going to be black, but with like hints of metallic sort of look. So yeah, I'm not going to do any sort of fancy paintwork on it, mainly because obviously I'd ruin it if I tried to do that. I am enjoying painting, but I'm really enjoying painting little minifigures as well. I'm loving painting minifigures. I've got loads over there, because obviously I'm going to be playing D&D. So I've got loads of them. So yeah, so this really is going to be a simple paint job, basically. So yeah, so it shouldn't take long painting it. Painting it is going to be obviously the quickest bit. Literally going to take it outside, give it a couple of coats of black. It's going to be matte black. Bring it back indoors, and then just dry brush silver. And yeah, job done, really. Oh, cheers for donation. Is that Grimold Maya or Maya? Yeah, cheers for that. You'll tell Squidmart it's a race. Well, he does know I'm building one because I left a comment on one of his. I think it was not his last video, the video before. Yeah, I think he said because he did a video where something about it being warped, and I said I should build one out of sprues. It doesn't warp. Obviously, it kind of does, but shh, don't tell him. So yeah, so Squidmart knows I'm building one. I think that's how it started. I think someone must have seen one of his videos because then they put a comment on my video saying about building one. And obviously, as I say, the rest is history. And here we are with me building one. It's like, yeah, it's just big. It's huge. Right, I'm going to make some panels. So we'll pop that there without it falling off the table because I can't see the edge. And what we'll do... Chuck the wire. So I don't really need too many panels, I wouldn't have thought. Yeah, I'm just going to make two. Oh, these ones got bits on. Right, just a second, just going to go and get to my other box of sprues. Let's use some blue sprues. The sanding, yeah. Again, that's why I really enjoyed doing this one, Trent. Just because it's making me again think differently about how I use the sprues. It's like these kind of panels because they are a lot thicker than. Where's the other panels? Obviously, I normally make sort of wafer thin panels that are about sort of 1-2 millimeters thick. And obviously, if I'd made this with this sort of panel, again, you'd lift it up from the wings and it would just buckle in. So it's made me think again differently about making the panels. So these are nice thick panels. And yeah, when I come to sand it, because I know sometimes with the goo, if you do a lot of goo, when you cut it, it's almost like honeycomb inside. Very, obviously, holy. So that's why when I sand this, I actually did a little sanding test over there and it came out quite well. So when I do sand this, I may need to actually go over it again and fill in little bits. But again, until I try, I don't know. So yes, I've never really sanded much before. So it's going to be fun and interesting to see when I sand all of this, just how well and how smooth, well, how smooth we can get it really. So yes, it has been a nice sort of project 'cause it's been like another learning curve. Yeah, what else you can do with sprues and how you can achieve things by making different kind of panels. So yeah, if anyway you've seen me do these panels before, they are nice and simple. It purely is a case of getting a couple of sprues, chopping off all the nibbly knobbly bits underneath, just so these lay nicely on here, and then basically get the sprue goo and filling it in basically, and then leaving it. So yeah, nice and simple. Right, I'm going to bring this one. Oh no, but leave it out because you might be able to just sit and watch or see the big ship. Oh, let's go back actually. There we go. Right. Yeah, I'll keep the gloves on because I will need them. Let's have a little drink actually. So yes, this will take me nicely because this will take me up to about 12. I'd say I'm in the UK, so it'd be like midnight. So it's not a bad time to end a stream, I guess. Although I seem to have more people on now than earlier, so maybe I'll keep going. No, so I'm going to get these panels done. So I don't want to do the back until I've had a good look at the pictures of the back. So I will do a live streaming tomorrow. So I'm not too sure what time because I've got a video that I want to edit in the morning. So I can get that on later on in the day. So I'll probably live stream probably in the afternoon, but maybe it might be another evening one. I'm really not too sure. So I don't think I'm doing anything tomorrow night. So yeah, I'm not doing anything tomorrow night. Then I'll live stream. Yeah, so basically I just chop these off because there's so many bits that protrude at the bottom, but I ideally want this just to lay flat. So yeah, so it is a case of having to go through and cut the bits off. Let's move this out of the way actually. It's getting a bit annoying being under there and keep moving around. Yeah, guys, if you haven't already liked the video or stream, if you could give it a thumbs up, that would be much appreciated. Just because obviously it helps out with YouTube's algorithms and obviously helping to promote my channel, well, my videos, to other people basically, which is obviously always good. Few last ones, I think. Well, I always think you've got all of them, and then you find another one. Where did I find one? So it doesn't have to be exactly neat, but it does. It just makes it for a smoother, flatter panel. And again, obviously, all these little nibbly knobbly bits that come off, they go in the jar, and tomorrow there'll be ooey gooey sprue stuff. Can I get two? Yeah, just about get two on one. So I'll just put a little dab of glue in the corner just to help it keep it sort of flush. Just so that when I am putting the goo in, this doesn't sort of like raise off basically. Susan, it does prove that sprue goo, you can make anything. Yeah, I think anything that's sort of big. I think I probably could make anything out of these except making a little miniature. Right. Just because I love it and it's not in the shot, I'm going to bring in my burger because I say this is still the best thing I've made on this channel. So even better than anything else I've done on this channel, this is still my favourite thing, and obviously made from sprues, which makes it even better. Right, so there's one. Let's just move them. Yeah, the sprue burger. my favourite build. And I know I keep saying it, but I will eventually make some fries and a milkshake to go with a Sprue burger. Right, nearly done. Right, there we go, we'll leave that there and we'll get my mask on and we'll do a bit more sprue glue. So yeah, literally guys, I'm going to do these little panels and then that will be the kind of end of this session. So say yeah, I will be live streaming tomorrow. I don't know when. The chance that it'll be more sort of early afternoon towards the evening. Just to say the morning I've got to do, well, edit the video that I've been doing that I want to come out tomorrow evening, basically.
Yeah, so the panels, it simply is a case of just filling this in with sprue glue. See how that goes. And yeah, it's just a case of pushing it out into all the areas, flattening it down basically. So Squism Wizard, every time you scoop out the sprue goo, you think it looks delicious. Nutella or something. Yeah, I wouldn't want to eat this stuff. Right, a little bit more in this one, and then we're done. So one thing I probably will do tonight before I go to bed, obviously 'cause this jar is now, well, as you can see, pretty much empty. So I'll cut up loads of sprues, stick them in that, and then tomorrow they'll be ready for me to use, well, like that one. Right, there we go.
Oh, there we go. So put those bits out to them in a minute. Yeah, so yeah, there we go. Cheers, guys. Cheers for watching. Yeah, so live streaming again tomorrow. So probably afternoon. Might be this time in the evening. I'm not too sure. Might be a bit earlier. I'm going to finish off the back. So basically, it's pretty much finished in a kind of way, as in the main build of it's almost done. So tomorrow what I'm going to do is finish off whatever's meant to be happening here. I say, because the pictures, I've only got one picture of the back, and it's not the best of pictures, and it's not really showing me a whole lot of detail on what I'm meant to be doing for this bit. There's a box, well, part of a box shape that goes along the top, and there's a couple of angle bits either side. So we'll get them done tomorrow. I need to sort of work out what I'm doing to fill this in. I might just put a panel on the inside, sort of recessed in about 5mm. So I'll do that for the top and the bottom on both sides. And yeah, that will pretty much be the build complete. It's then a case of going over the whole thing in a very thin layer of sprue goo. Oh, so I just want to do that bit. Yeah, thin layer of sprue goo over the whole lot. Then say leave it about 4 days or so, it's fully hardened, and then give it a good old sanding, then spray paint, and then dry brush silver. So I reckon 2 weeks, only because say I'm not working on this every day. Obviously the weekends I don't really work on it at all. I'm only working on it when I'm live streaming, so I've not done any bits to this outside of live streams. So if you want to see how I've got to this bit, by all means go and look at my past live streams. You may want to speed them up because each live stream is typically 2 hours, between 2 and 3 hours. I think it's kind of like the length of all the live streams. So yeah, you may want to skip a lot of that, especially when I start waffling on. There's a lot of me waffling. So yeah, if you can put it on like 10 times speed or 100 times speed or whatever speed, watch it. You better see how I got to this stage. But yeah, so that's why I say I reckon about 2-3 weeks, just because I'm not rushing this. I'm not putting myself under any pressure. I'm having fun. I'm enjoying this, but I'm also doing other little videos as well. Just to say, because obviously this video, when I started it, I knew I wasn't going to be getting a video out for ages. So that's why I've been working on this and doing other little projects, basically. But yeah, so these panels that I've just done now, come tomorrow, these would have firmed up. So because it's quite thick, the goo, these will be firmed up, but they'll still, I'll be able to bend them because they'll still be quite soft. So these panels will take a good 2-3 days to, well, go into what that is. But that's fine because when it's like this, it means it's even easier for me to cut. I say sometimes I just cut these with a normal pair of scissors because these are still nice and soft. I mean, even the one that's like 2-3 days old, that'll still cut reasonably well. So that's the thing I like about using these, that you can cut them with a pair of scissors. Obviously, probably even easier using a blade and like a metal ruler. But I say for ease and quickness, sometimes using the scissors is best. Rightio. If anyone's asked any questions, I apologise if I've missed anything. I've kind of the last half hour been cracking on, get stuff done because I say I do waffle a lot sometimes. So yeah, I'm going to end it there, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a good evening, night, morning. Obviously, whatever time of day, night, evening, morning it is with you. Yeah, have a good one. Right, I'm going to do that. Obviously, you can still see my head. I'll pop back and I'll do that. And that's it, guys. So yeah, and thanks again for anyone who has done a donation tonight. That's much appreciated. And yeah, it was good to have Trent here and Eric popping in. So that was awesome. So all we need now is to get Squidmart to pop in, and that'd be awesome if he pops in and sees what I'm doing. Anyway, I'm going now, guys, because I'm going to start waffling. All right, you guys all take care. Bye for now.